Hello everyone, this is Lucy05 and welcome to the Comic Man Central Toy Review. And today's toy review looking at the 2008 release by Hasbro of the Iron Man movie action figure review, the first movie of course. Now, today's action figure review looking at the Titanium Man. Now, I got this figure straight from a local toy shop near my area for what originally priced for 59 ringgit, but I managed to get a discount of it for 50 ringgit instead. Still a little bit pricey, but whatever. It's really hard to find this figure. Now, the top part of the packaging, you got the word Iron Man there, and it's nicely cut out. You notice the words is actually etched out from the packaging. Very nicely done. Here you got the artwork of Tony Stark wearing his Iron Man armor, and on the side you've got the artwork of the Titanium Man. At the bottom it stated Titanium Man, and the warning label there stating choking hazard, small parts, not for kid under 18 years, which is kind of funny when you look at it that way. You would think that a 17-year-old kid would actually choke on these things, unless we're talking really stupid kids. Now, at the blister here, you get to see the entire figure, and here it's stated double concussion blast. And you notice there's green missiles with the launcher itself. I really don't like the missile launching part. Now, at the bottom, you got the TM alphabets there. It's like trademark for some reason. Now, at the back of the packaging, you get to see a little bit bio of Titanium Man and how to, well, assemble, place the missiles in and plug it onto the arms itself. And at the bottom, the rest of the lineup, you got 01, the Mark 1 armor, 03, the Mark 3 armor, and the Ironmonger with the removable chest piece to show the figure inside, which is really nice. So, without further ado, let's open up this packaging so we can molest the toy. Be right back. And we're back after removing the figure and the rest of the stuff out from packaging. Now, inside the packaging, it comes with a double concussion blaster as shown like so. And at the top part of the blaster itself, there's a button for you to push and release the missiles. On the front part here, there's a lot of sculpted guns, which is quite nice actually. The smaller guns here and the bigger guns in the middle, not counting the two missiles. And there's two holes for you to place the missiles there. This is the back, and this is the bottom. There's a clip on for you to clip onto the figure's left arm, not the right arm itself, because the right arm has a lot of sculpt. It won't fit properly, it will just pop off from the right arm. Left arm, however, can be placed onto it like so, but it tends to pop off from the hand itself quite easily, and sometimes it would slide off really easily as well. Sometimes it fits, most of the time it just felt kind of weird because it will have this weird angle. Now, there are two green missiles for you to plug it into the blaster itself. You place it into the hole and until you can hear a click, like so. Once you press the button, it doesn't fire anything. The spring doesn't work properly, but you can still pull the missile out. Just press the button and the missile is out. It's a pity that a missile launcher doesn't even work, nor even, well, can be placed onto the figure itself. I don't think the missile launcher is actually meant for the figure. Now let's take a look at the Titanium Man's paint job. Majority of the Titanium Man's colors is actually, well, pure plastic. There are only some parts of the armor itself, the inside armor is actually painted in green, like the hands here, the inner thigh, the knee joint, and that's about it. Of course, the eyes there and the chest here is actually quite nicely painted. I really like the, well, sort of like a radiation glow going on with the eyes and the reactor and the chest here. Got a nice little green star with a green sickle for the Soviet logo. On the side of the shoulder pad here, you got the white star there. So that's the other side, and that's all the paint job that is, which is okay. I really wish they put more details onto it. It looks kind of lazy, kind of cheap, but then again, however, the sculpt of the figure looks really amazing. Well, at least most of the parts. The head sculpt is actually quite nicely done. I really like it. It looks like an insect for some reason, and that's the back of the head itself. The chest itself is also nicely sculpted with that kind of armor. That's the back There's a lot of tubings, very nice. Now the lower torso here is actually quite interesting. It's not symmetrical, so both sides don't look the same at all. You can see all the armor parts, all the wirings, very nicely done. Comes with a shoulder pads, which actually is onto the shoulder itself and not onto the figure's body, which is quite nice. The arms, however, has two different sculpt, which is quite interesting. Right arm itself has two tubings with wires popping out, and on the left arm, notice it's totally different sculpt with all the armor plating there. I really don't like the size of the hands. This one looks like a really small hands, smaller than this. It's quite interesting, but I'm not too sure why they would even bother putting such a small pair of hands for him. Now the lower thighs there, notice two different sculpt, quite interesting, quite nice. It looks quite similar in design with the Iron Man Mark 1 armor, because the both left and right arms and legs don't share the same sculpt, which is really good. All the details on that really nice, with all the plating, all the wires, very nice. Even at the back here, very nicely done. Even the lower legs itself shares a different sculpt. Notice this is more blocky, and this is more smoother, very nicely done. However, the lower parts of the feet itself, there's not much of a difference. It's just the same sculpt. And the bottom part of the feet, nothing much, it's just pure flat. I really love the sculpt. I just find the paint job kind of cheap. Let's take a look at the figure's articulation. The head actually turns 360 degrees. That pivot the head up and down a little bit. Torso here can bend backwards and go straight and turn 360 degrees. The shoulders here can actually turn 360 degrees. A little bit hindrance from the top part of the torso itself, and the arms can spread this much because it's being hindered by the shoulder pad. Upper bicep turns 360 degrees. Double jointed elbow, as you can see, it bends this far, and the wrist here turns 360 degrees and go inward and outward a little bit, but it's really loose, and you can see very loose. Hip joint is very nice. There's a ball joint itself where the peg is aligned in this section, so you can move the leg forward, backwards a little bit, and to the sides. And the thigh there has a swivel thigh that turns 360 degrees. Knee joint bends this far, and that's about it. And the ankle joint itself can go left and right and up and down, and that's about it. Not really a lot because it's being hindered by the armor piece on the ankles itself. Overall, I really like the figure, but I just don't like the amount of paint job they put onto the figure itself. There's not a lot of details, and I really don't like the small tiny baby hands. The missile launcher is just one thing, but the figure, I really love the sculpt. It's really nice sculpt there. Just wish that it's a bit more taller, you know, just like in the comics, just like the original Titanium Man. And I really wish that the hands are, you know, not as small as shown here, and at least put more details of paint job for this figure so it will really stand out. So if I'm gonna give a rating on this, I would say it still looks great. It's still fun to play around with. It looks really great. So I'll give it a 7 out of 10 because I really don't like small hand sculpt there, and there's not a lot of details put onto, well, details as in paint details being put onto the figure, and the missile launcher don't even work. So 7 out of 10 for the Titanium Man. I thank you all for watching. This is Lucy05 and I'm signing off.